What's the deal, YouTubers? It's your boy Post Up with the Close Up, Mr. Let's Talk About It. This is my first video, so I thank y'all for tuning in. I thank y'all for subscribing and supporting. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, because this is just one of many videos that I'm going to be doing. Now, let's get to it. Gamescom is kicked off. The first initial impression on the first day was disappointed in regards to the content that Microsoft showed, but hey, positive reviews are coming out on the second day pertaining to the games. Games like Gears of War 4, Killer Instinct, Shadow of War, Lucky Tales, Super Lucky Tales, things like that. All these games are running native 4K, some at 60 frames per second, some at 30 frames per second, which is really showcasing the true power of the Xbox One X, and people are now getting a sense of the purchase value in regards to why this device or this machine needs to be purchased. Now, Microsoft didn't do a good job in that regard, but the second day in regards to what Digital Foundry has just posted, they posted like 10 titles. I'll link the article down in the description so you guys can check that article out, where they go in depth. They go in depth in regards to how the titles are running. Quantum Break, even though Quantum Break is still using checkerboard, I think it's running at 1080p, and then checkerboard's up to 4K. It's still using the same system that the Xbox One and the PC uses. So, but even though it's checkerboard, it's still getting upscaled to 4K. Like I said, developers are able to do with what they want with the hardware, and that's what they chose to get the best performance. But other than that, they saying Gears of War looking awesome, native 4K 30 frames per second on a single player, native 4K 60 frames per second on the multiplayer, with upgraded audio, with upgraded textures, running at high PC settings, and it's running smooth. I remember back at one point, people didn't even believe that the system would have a 6 teraflop GPU, and then it went from it would not be able to run games at 4K, let alone 4K 60 frames per second, and we're like a month away of having this beast of a system in our hands where it's doing those type of capabilities, running games at native 4K 60 frames per second. So I'm not gonna keep this video too long. Like I said, this is my first video, but be sure to tune in to my channel. Be sure to stay in tune with the Broadband Bullies. We have a host of content. We have a Patreon. I'm going to link that down in the description below as well if you guys want to support. We also have the Xbox Beastfire podcast, the Multiplayer podcast, BTST, Big Gamer Small Talk podcast. And, you know, shout out to all of our affiliates in regards to Next Gen 720, King's Blood Gaming, Xbox Juice, The Real Masterlin, Nethus, Jesse P, and everybody that's on the Broadband Bully, and all the fans that really push me and support me, you know, to put out content like this, and really want to hear my perspective and my opinion on what's going on with gaming in regards to what's going on with the system that I prefer, which is Xbox, and which is the Xbox. I don't have a PS4, so if you ever hear me talking about that, I'm giving you my opinion on that from the outside looking in, and it's only opinion. And I really don't even like doing that, because sometimes it's not cool really to speak on things you don't have. But yes, but as I continue to say that Gamescom, positive news is coming out of Gamescom. PUBG is running smooth on the Xbox One X. Still needs a little bit more time in the oven, but first initial thoughts on that is looking great as well. So this is a plus for the redirection and the return around that Phil Spencer has going on with Microsoft. I cannot wait to get this hand in my system on the 7th to experience these things. The 7th of November, let me be more precise, to experience these games with y'all, to stream these games with y'all in native 4K 60 frames per second, okay? So thanks for tuning in. Like I say, I'm not gonna keep the video long since this is my first video, but I just wanted to get the jump on putting out content, and I hope you all enjoy. Thanks. And you are now in tune with the Broadband Bully. It's your boy Post Up with the Close Up. Mr. Let's Talk About It. And this is what we're going to do. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe and the bell so y'all can stay in tune with all the content that I put out that's coming out on this channel. I'm going to try to mix it up. Alright, keep it gaming. Keep it Xbox One.